What's up, guys? This is Joshua Harmon Sr. with the Harmon Real Estate Company and Keller Williams Platinum Realty, and we're back with another episode of Ask a Pro 79. And we have our buddy today, Kevin Davis, with Mr. Kevin's, is it cleaning and dog sitting services?
Yes, Mr. Kevin's Outstanding Cleaning and Dog Sitting.
It's such a long name.
It
but
is.
He does so many things. We've done insurance agents, we've done contractors, roofers, but now I think it was time to have somebody on the show who does something more practical that isn't, several $100,000 or, a big service. This is really just something practical. We all need our house clean on a daily basis. Yep. I have 3 kids, so it really resonated with me when I asked on my Facebook page, who knows any cleaning services, and the first name that came up was Kevin. So happy to have you on the show today, man.
Thanks for having me.
So I wanted to go over a quick review on his Facebook page because it resonated with me so much. Because I have 3 kids. They're all under 3. If you have kids, you know how crazy that can be. Mr. Kevin came over to help organize my craft room and do a general all-over cleaning. Wow, it's amazing how much we can leave a sparkling in just 4 hours. I was secretly super self-conscious about my mess. Mr. Kevin was professional and genuinely helpful. So, I mean, you're talking about people who just need a little bit of help. I mean, we all have jobs, we have kids, we have dance recitals, we have all these different sports events we need to go to, and Mr. Kevin can help you out with that. So, tell me a little bit how you got into, tell me about your background and what led you into cleaning and dog sitting.
Okay, so when I was in high school and in college too, you always need extra money or whatever. In college, you're broke all the time, and you have bills or whatever. So I just kind of cleaned here and there, to make a little extra cash or whatever, like anyone else, just hustle. Yeah. And then I graduated college, and then I did retail management for 4 years,
which is rough.
Which is real rough. So. But I learned a lot about myself, and I really liked retail management, but the schedule is the worst thing, really. Yeah. Just never have weekends off and all that. So I was I told my mom a long time ago, I said, if anything ever fails in life, I always have cleaning. Yeah. I never thought when I said that I would be cleaning. But so I just started cleaning for a couple more people, and then I kind of realized, hey, I could do this right. I could probably, yeah, and so that's kind of what's happened. And then, so it just kind of went from there, and just now here we are.
Gradually grown.
Yeah,
you were telling me over the past few months, past 8 months or so, your business just exponentially grown.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
Why do you think what happened? Why has it grown so quickly within the past 6 to 8 months?
I think a lot of it has to do with people, word of mouth is a real thing. I mean, people listen to what other people have to say, and if you do a good job or a bad job, it's going to get around. So hopefully the word of mouth is good, not bad. Yeah. And then, social media definitely, I think, has helped. If I would have done it 20 years ago, obviously I don't think it would grow as fast, but I just think always try and do a good job and word of mouth and stuff. And then I have a good support system, my friends and family always support me, and there's been a couple times where I'm do I really want to keep doing this? Because it's working for yourself is stressful and hard, and it's not easy. If anyone tells you it's easy, they're lying.
Yeah, so, And I mean, we just read off a review. You got 18 reviews on your page, and they're all 5 out of 5. Yeah. So I mean, you got advocates out here who you've never asked for a review, who have a lot of great things to say about you. What services do you provide exactly? Because you got a long name, but exactly what services do you provide?
Okay, so I clean and stuff, which I can do more than just sweeping and mopping, because some people think that's all cleaning is. Yeah. It's not. With baseboards, I can even do windows and, just different things like that. I dog sit, which, disclaimer, I can do more than just dog sit. I've also watched people's horses before, and I've watched people's birds and all that stuff. So no pet, too big or small. Yeah. And then I also have a knack for organizing, which a lot of people hate. People just get overwhelmed, I think, by their own house, and people are saying, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed I have to come clean." Don't be embarrassed. Dust is gonna happen. Yeah. Your skin, creates dust. You're gonna have dust no matter if you even dust every other day. No reason to be embarrassed. Everyone's let their dishes go at some point. It happens.
So for the folks who are saying, my house is just so dirty, I'm embarrassed to even have somebody come in. So I'd rather just keep it dirty and get to it when I get to it, rather than have Kevin come in. You're just saying, hey, whatever your mess, we all have mess. It's natural.
Yeah, exactly. So and I like a challenge. So
I was even reading another review that said you actually trained her dog while she was gone for 2 days.
Yes. So I had one client there's one client I've had for a while, and then they got a new puppy, which I hadn't dealt with puppies in a while, and then it was a whole other ball game. But they actually, one of my clients was gone. They got a puppy, and then they were gone for like 2 weeks. Just worked with their vacation. So I like helped train this dog to go outside and like potty training, and that was rough. But it's awesome now to like see that dog like grow, and that's been about a year ago or so, and now he's like trained. And I mean, that wasn't all me, the owners too, but it was when they're gone to keep that consistency or whatever, because I try to keep a dog's like schedule the same.
Yeah, because once they break their schedule, just like a kid or anything else.
Exactly.
You got to have a set schedule, set nap time, set time to go outside, set time to eat. Yeah. Otherwise, the day is hectic. It is. Keeping those dogs on those set schedules and being able to go on vacation and not worry about you coming back and got poop everywhere because your dog is just going insane.
Right.
So you offer 2 services as far as watching the pet. Then hey, you come back, your house completely deep clean.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. So I mean, why do you feel people should have their house cleaned professionally?
I mean, especially like if you're going to try to sell it or whatever, you know, showing it, I think it just kind of helps have another set of eyes. Like I just did a quote for a lady the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, we can get this or whatever. She goes, oh, I didn't even think about that. And I was like, it's just kind of like when you do something, you know, you like if you're writing a paper, you're writing it, you know, and then you edit it 10 times. Well, you need to have someone else look a different set of eyes just because you're going to miss something or whatever.
You need somebody else
cleaning just kind of like helps you just things that maybe you wouldn't see before or think of. So.
Yeah. I've seen that too many times before. I mean, when you're selling a house, you aren't your buyer. Right. So what may not irritate you, you know, the dust on the cellophane may not bother you, but the next person's like, I don't know about this house.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Don't want to move into a house and have to clean it. You're already spending a bunch of money and time. So.
Yeah. So for the folks who say, you know, I could just clean my house myself, you think just having a different set of eyes and being able to go through and deep clean it is a huge help.
Exactly.
So who's your typical client? Your typical, more times than not, because we all have our, I guess we would call it an avatar client. Who is that for you?
I guess my normal clients probably like most of my clients have kids, like usually a family like 2 or 3, and you know, I guess middle aged. They both work. You know, the kids are in a bunch of activities, all that stuff, and just kind of need extra help or whatever. And so they kind of have budgeted for it or whatever. So because I try to be affordable, because I know like to some people cleaning is a necessity. Like it's something they like they're gonna pay for it, right? And some people it's a luxury, but most of the people I have just kind of like they really just know that that's one less stress on them. Like I don't have to worry about my floors being mopped every other week or whatever. Kevin's gonna do it. Yeah. I can just get the kids to soccer, dance, baseball, whatever. So
just the convenience and to be able to spend that extra time with your family. Because I mean, if you're cleaning your house right, it takes a couple hours.
Yeah.
At least it may not feel like it because you're in it.
Yeah.
But it takes a couple hours to get your house really deep clean. So giving that convenience back and giving that time back to your clients, so I can spend that time with your family.
Exactly.
Sit down and eat with your family, go out to an activity or something like that. That's awesome, man. So why on earth would somebody need a dog sitter? So think about it from my perspective. I understand why, but I want you to tell me. I have an 8-year-old husky, and then I have like a 5-year-old bull mastiff and Australian Shepherd mix. So they don't really do anything while we're gone.
Right.
Why would somebody need a dog sitter?
I mean, so the one reason when I started dog sitting, like, you know, people use kennels, and I think kennels are great and stuff, but some, I mean, just like people have anxiety, pets have anxiety. Like I never really thought that much until like I started dealing with some animals that do, and like they have medicine for it, and like some pets are very high strung, and some dogs especially do better just like in their own home, and that's like why I like to go and like keep them in their environment because they're more comfortable. You know, it's less headache on trying to transport them and all that stuff. I mean, I know some people who kennel their dogs and they love it, but some animals, especially if you have like a senior, I've dealt with some dogs that like one dog I have, he has 3 legs. He's a Great Dane, and so he can't really go anywhere. So when they're gone, I just have to put him on a sling and get him outside. And
a Great Dane with 3 legs. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Shout out, Grandpa, love you. So I'm actually watching him right now, but he's awesome. So like just stuff like that, and like he has to have medicine like twice a day, and then I have so it just kind of like. I think it's just a little more easier, like if they have like special needs, it's just easier than being around a bunch, such as they're older, more irritable, so being around other dogs, I think it kind of like, and just also too, if you're gone for like a long period of time, people don't think about this, and you post, oh, I'm on vacation. There's people out there that like look at that stuff and like will scout to rob you and stuff like that, not to scare anyone. But so I think too, just having your dog there is like a safeguard, and then plus I'm coming in and out of your home, so that way, you know, there's someone there at least probably twice, sometimes 3 times a day, in and out. And that keeps, I think, deters people from kind of like...
Yeah, just safety and also convenience. And then also what we talked about earlier, just keeping your dog on those set schedules. So, I mean, that's something that can be a problem. You got puppies.
Yeah.
You break that schedule, it is. You're starting all over. So I totally understand and I resonate with that. Do you also watch pets outside of the home or do you have to watch them at...
I don't watch them at my house because I live in an apartment and I have cats, and my cats don't like dogs. But I just do it at their home, and I have some clients where like I stay at their house, and then some I just drop in, just kind of like whatever works out best with my schedule and their schedule. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, what are some of the misconceptions about first home cleaning, and then we'll get to dog sitting? But what's some misconceptions about professional home cleaning that may be out there?
Let's see. I think sometimes some people kind of just assume that when you clean, it's just going to be sweeping and mopping. Yeah. And there are people who just do surface cleaning, and that's great. But, like, I always try to go and do, like, one little extra thing each time. Just, like, people don't think about ceiling fans. Like, when you turn that off, that's a lot of dust. And if you have allergies, like, that's just going in your air. And so I think sometimes just, like, you know, thinking, we're just going to sweep and mop or whatever. I usually try to do a little bit more than that just to kind of like make it worth your money. Because I get you're spending, you know, X amount of dollars and you want it to be worth it. So
So the misconception is they may think that you're just doing a basic clean, but you actually get down and you get it. You do a deep clean on these houses.
Right.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
And then I had one time someone goes, so how'd you learn how to clean? I was like, I went to cleaning university, which is a joke, but it was just really funny because one misconception is I'm a male, and some people think that guys can't clean.
Yeah.
That is not true.
It's not true.
I'm not saying they can't all clean, but...
He's speaking up for the men. Speaking up for the men.
But also, I know some women who can't clean neither, and I know some who can do really good. So it's just like one of those things, like, it's just about, I guess, your eye and how you see, and also, like we talked about, I teach dance, so I think that's kind of like my creative mind. I'm a really visual person.
Yeah.
And so, like, with cleaning, I like to, like, I can do it and then I see it right then. It's like instant gratification in a sense. So just kind of, that's one misconception is just because I know there's some people who like, that guy cleans. I don't know if because I had someone one time, they go, I don't know how I feel about this. And I said, just let me do it and you'll see. And they were like, I'm impressed. My husband needs to take some tips from you. So,
well, I'll tell you now. I mean, I appreciate you speaking up for the men, but hey, most of us men cannot clean because we're not detail oriented like Kevin may be. He can really, like you said, he's a visual person. He's in dance and different things. So, me, if I come out to clean your house, it's gonna be terrible. If Kevin comes out, give him a shot. He'll take care of it. So, what are some misconceptions about dog sitting?
I think one of the main ones is people just automatically assume when you do dog sitting, you like have a kennel service, which I don't, which we talked about.
And what is a kennel service for those who don't know?
Like I know, like, because some of my clients use them that I clean for it. Like Ultimate, like they have the doggy daycare and you can take your dog there and they'll like groom them and stuff like that. I've heard really awesome things about them. You know, I know a lot of vet clinics will do like kennels, like they just stay, but most of the time they're like in a cage. They like let them out and stuff, but it's just not in their home or whatever. So this is just be in your home.
Their natural environment.
Right.
So,
And then another misconception would probably be, I think some people think, oh, just come by there real fast and feed the dogs and like let them out and then here you go, Skip or whatever. You know, I try to like play with them a little bit, you know, and like
interact with
them. If the owner like normally walks them, I usually will try to walk them. You know, some people have like doggy doors and so that's a little different, but I usually try to like give them just a little attention because animals need attention just like people. So I try to, and I feel like that's what I'm hired for. So I like to play with them, you know, like take them outside, you know, take them for walks, like I said. So some of my dogs, I'll take them with me, like if I run errands, just to get them out of the house, because some dogs love car rides. So
So my 8-year-old Dakota, he's a husky. If you don't take him out in the evening, right around 6 or 7, because as soon as I walk in the house, he's whining until I take him out. So I think that's awesome that I can like write out my schedule and just tell you, hey, this is kind of what the schedule we keep with Dakota. And yeah, kind of keep in line with that. So that's pretty cool, man.
Right, it just makes it easier. And then plus now a lot of the people I dog sit for, like the dogs know. They like know when I come. They know.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Kevin's here. Like they know, and it's weird that dogs know, but they do.
It's time to play. Grandpa's like, it's time to play now.
Exactly.
Kevin's here. So I know the biggest misconception is like, oh, we don't want to do professional clean. We don't want to do dog sitting because surely it costs too much. What are some of your how do you price a just a basic? Well, I guess you do deep cleaning regardless. So what do you charge for a clean? Do you do it by square footage? Or how do you do that?
I do kind of both. Like normally I'll do like square footage for like a base on like a deep clean, especially like if someone's like moving out or like if they just like a one time. Oh my God, the family's coming, like for Christmas or whatever. I'll do that, and then sometimes if I'm doing someone like every like week or every twice a month or whatever, I'd like usually will do like an hourly price the first time, and then I'll like kind of like get it set on the thing because then I kind of get it down to a science to where I'll do this every time or whatever, and it kind of flows better. So.
Yeah, so they probably need to call you to get a...
Yeah, I always do free estimates. I always like to come look at your house before I give you a price just because I want to be fair, and every house is different. No house is built the same.
Yeah.
Everybody has different, if you have pets, that's different kids,
Yeah.
So it just depends.
So let's just do an estimate real quick. This is my free estimate. I have an 800 square foot house. I have 2 pets. My husky sheds everywhere. I have 3 kids. They have milk all over the floor. Just give me a guess of how you would do that. Everything's pretty much organized. It just probably just needs a deep clean.
The first time I come, I'd probably, if you wanted like a regular thing, we would set something up. But the first time I come, I'd probably do about like $20 an hour and just kind of go from there and kind of see how long it'd like take me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted like a super deep clean, I would probably like come and just kind of like give you different options because I have like a couple options on package wise, like what I would do or whatever.
Yeah.
So
this basically what you're saying is I can probably get a deep clean, let's just say 3 hours for an 800 square foot house. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah.
So I can possibly, depending on what package I decide, I can probably get it as low as $60.
Yeah, 60 to probably 100 or whatever, just depending. Like if you want to be coming there, I come there like 3 hours, whip through, do real quick. Probably wouldn't like touch the baseboards or anything, but like if you wanted to, I could probably stay like another hour and like do stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't realize too, sometimes once you start cleaning, I start noticing other things. Because you're like, oh wow, the door's really white now, but then I notice the baseboards are dirty or whatnot, or oh, the ceiling fan. Then you notice like the cobwebs in the corner. So
yeah, but I mean, if you're thinking about like I have 3 kids,
right?
We need to deep clean because they put stuff in their mouth.
Different.
We don't know what they're allergic to. They're 3 years old, 2 years old.
Learning all that.
You got to do a deep clean. I think doing it twice a month. I mean, how many times should someone deep clean a month? How many times do you recommend?
I mean, I feel like if you like, we'll go for instance. One of the clients I have, they have, like 3 kids and then husband and wife, and they have a couple pets. I go every 2 weeks, and then I have one client. They have 2 kids and they have like several pets and stuff, and I go every week. That's just what they prefer.
Yeah.
Just every week, they don't want to mess with it because they're super busy.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I feel like having someone come clean every 2 weeks is like the sweet spot. If you're like older and your kids are all gone and it's just you and your husband or just you and your dogs, like even every 3 weeks or even like once a month.
Yeah.
Once a month is kind of tricky sometimes, but like every 3 weeks too, for that sense is kind of good just because it kind of like keeps the dust and you don't have to worry about it, because like when you get older, I know there's certain things you can't do, so it's good to I think just have someone come in and kind of do that.
Yeah, so I mean, you pretty much got clients all over the board. You got single people, older people, people who are middle-aged with kids, people with pets. So, I mean, everybody needs to call him and get a free estimate. Like he said, it is free, so why wouldn't you just have somebody come out to see how much it would cost you to take that off your plate? I know for me, when I get home, it's usually about 6 p.m. My kids go to sleep at 9. So, I mean, that's 3 hours that if I have to clean for 2 hours, I only get an hour to spend with my kids. If I can buy those 2 hours back and maybe take them out to eat, go outside and play or something like that, I mean, that'd be a huge deal. So now let's talk about dog sitting. How much do you charge for dog sitting? Because that sounds like a bigger job than cleaning, to be honest with me.
So I don't say my prices are on. And so on my page, the dog sitting prices are on there, but I do like on site. So like if I stay there, and my prices are like flexible. Like if I don't stay there, like it just depends on the dog and like if it has any needs or whatever. Everyone's a little different, but typically about one day is anywhere from $25 to $35. and then it goes up a few bucks by how many pets you have and stuff like that. So
Okay.
normally, if like someone has like say I'm watching 2 dogs and I also have a cat, I normally just throw the cat in there and I'll clean the litter box. I don't mind litter boxes. Some people do. I have cats, so it doesn't bother me. So, normally now, and I've also, like, if you just have, like, just a cat or whatever, that's a little different pricing because they're a little easier. And they're the cats that go for a walk most of the time and stuff like that. So,
So, this is how I do math in my head. I wasn't the best mathematician, so I may be wrong with this math, but you can go on the weekend to Vegas, have your dogs taken care of for 3 days, for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Also have your house deep cleaned for about $135. Am I right?
Yeah.
And it could be that low. It could be a little bit more. It may fluctuate.
Right.
But $135 to have your pet set for 3 days. Also have your house completely deep clean when you get back. It's a no-brainer to at least get a free estimate. So how can the Ask a Pro 479 listeners get in contact with you?
The easiest way is probably just text me, or like my Facebook page is the easiest one. Just look up Mr. Kevin's Outstanding Cleaning and Dog Sitting. I usually try to respond within a couple hours on there. You can also, my phone number's on there, but my phone number's just 479-769-5753. You can just text me or call me on there. If I don't answer, please just leave me a message, because there's so many scam calls. I usually make you leave a message first and then I'll answer it, because you just never know nowadays.
Yeah.
So that's the easiest way to get a hold of me. And so
That's awesome. So hey, get on Facebook. Send them a message, send them a text or a call. Get your free estimate, please. It just makes sense. You'll be at my house next week, at least giving us a free estimate to figure out what it's going to cost to clean up our hectic house with 3. It would be a perfect gift for maybe a birthday gift or anniversary gift. Have you had anybody do that in the past?
Yes. So I've had a client one time I'm going to get my mom for Christmas, and she was like, would you, if I went ahead and prepaid for cleaning, would you be willing to do it? And I was like, sure. So I can do stuff like that, Mother's Day, Father's Day, maybe the dad doesn't want to clean either.
Fathers don't care.
You never know.
All right, Kevin. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming in on our
you.
show. And like I said, get in contact with him on his Facebook page or send him a text or a call to get your free estimate. And we'll catch you next time.